Today, I'm going to walk you through setting up your Epson T88VII receipt printer for your compatible Quilt software cloud-based point of sale system. So your first step is to unbox the receipt printer, plug it into power, plug it into Ethernet, and put in a blank roll of receipt paper and close the lid. Once you have done that, we need to start configuring the printer. So the first step is we need to download an Epson utility, which may be required to set up some initial configuration for the printer. The default network settings on the printer may not function out of the box, and you need to install an Epson utility to set that up right. So to download that utility, we'll go to download.thriftcart.com/epson.exe, and we'll download that file, and we will acknowledge the warning to keep the file, and then we'll go ahead and open up the file. After we open up the file, it will take us through a list of standard installation prompts, standard license agreements, and all that. So I will go ahead and get this installed. And I will pause screen recording for a moment while I go through the install steps. All of it is just default settings, so just hit next to everything. Installation is complete, so I'm going to go ahead and open up the utility from the Start menu. Click on the Start menu and type in Epson. And then we will see there's this Epson Net Config utility. I'll go ahead and open that up. And then in just a moment, it will display a list of Epson printers that are on the network. Okay, so you gotta make sure this computer is on the same network for now as this Epson printer. This will not be required later, but for now, this computer needs to be on the configuration. Okay, so I'll double click on it. And the important thing that you need to check, the default password is going to be the serial number of the printer. So I'm gonna go ahead and paste in the serial number that I have ready. The serial number is printed on the side of the printer on a little label. This password can be changed, but by default, it is the serial number of the printer. It'll take just a moment to load. And the important thing is some of these printers with factory settings do not have DHCP turned on, so you'll need to turn on automatic fetching. Or if you have an unusual network, you may need to manually set up an IP address. So here on the left panel, there's the network setting, basic. You want to make sure that method for specifying IP address is set to automatic, not to manual. Some printers, so it's important to set it to automatic. Once you set to automatic, go ahead and hit transmit and send that data over to the printer. And then after the printer may need to you can go ahead and here and hit this refresh button, and in just a moment it will reappear. You may need to hit the refresh button a few times once the printer is back up and running. And there is the printer. Okay, now we're going to make note of this IP address here. So in the case for my computer, it's 192.168.68.78. So I'm going to go open up my web browser and go to 192.168.68.78. And it may well take you to a page warning you that the page is unsecure. Go ahead and ignore the warnings about it not being secure. Okay, your next step is you need to go click on Cloud Services. And then you need to go enter your password again, which once again, the printer. And then we'll take you to this page here. And you can actually ignore this, and we'll just go ahead and click the Epson logo on the top. And now that we've done that, we can go click Advanced Settings. If you click Advanced Settings first of all, you need to open up the Cloud Services page first. All right. So here on the left panel, you can see it says TM-Intelligent, and then TMI Settings. We'll go ahead and click on TMI Settings. Page here, and we click on the left menu under Services, we click Server Direct Print. Okay, on Server Direct Print, you want to switch it to Enable and want to set to https://quiltprinter.com. And then down here under the name, it will default number of your printer, and that is the appropriate setting to set it to. And then go ahead and click Apply and Restart. It'll ask you the correct time, and you'll hit OK. And it will take a moment to think about it. It will restart the printer. And then once the printer is back from restart, configured to query quiltprinter.com for print jobs. And that's all there is to setting up a receipt printer for cloud printing with your compatible Quilt software point of sales.